Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Wednesday morning. It's exactly 3 a.m. and it's June 18th. Tomorrow is Juneteenth celebration. Tomorrow is a holiday for me, and I'm looking forward to this day off in the week. Although I was off on Monday because I wasn't feeling 100%. But I'm trying to catch a healing, if the Lord say the same. I'm still struggling with respiratory stuff, but again, I'm trying to catch a healing, if the Lord say the same. Anywho, let me just dive right into something, and I'm gonna hold people's toes to the flame a little bit. Now, for the past week, maybe more, I've been seeing all kinds of information about CeCe Winans being a Trump supporter. And, I took a sip of the Kool-Aid. But then, I want to say, a cooler head prevailed and said, let me look this up. Let me do my research before I jump on this bandwagon. Because Lord knows anybody that supports that man, it has a whole lot to say about them. So I dug and I dug and I dug. I've been on this for, I want to say, 4 or 5 days now. So almost as long ago as I read it, I've been researching it before I spoke on it. And I see nowhere in print. Now, maybe in her heart of hearts, I don't claim to know CeCe. I'm not from Detroit. I don't know her family track record. But I know what has been printed. She has performed for. Notice the words that I'm using. Performed for a wide audience, vast number of folks. And the only thing I've seen her endorse wholeheartedly, yeah, pardon me. Maybe that was a slip of the lip about performances wholeheartedly, just in general. But the only thing that I've seen this woman endorse is a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, the statements that she endorsed Trump are all, for the most part, derived from, I guess, a performance in 2020. That's 5 years ago, folks. The things I believed in 5 years ago, not all of them have changed, but a whole lot has changed in 5 years, about what I put my energy behind. As my grandma used to say, when you know better, you do better. And again, I see nothing in my 4 or 5 days of searching. I see nothing where she endorses Trump. That being said, it's one thing to have an opinion about something, and if enough people jump on it, does that make that opinion fact? It's only a fact for you. Here's a fact for me. I don't like rhubarbs. I can find a bunch of other folks that don't like rhubarbs. But does that make them invaluable to other folks? There's a whole rhubarb industry. that thrives and survives with or without me. Okay? I want us to think about how we do the crabs in the barrel things. And if somebody gets a little elevated or a little recognition, that one hater seems to have the loud voice. You know, I want to quote Cat Williams. I believe that's who this quote is attributed to. You need haters in your life to let you know you're doing well. They let you know you did something right. Judas was a consummate hater. And, folks, there was infighting within the disciples. So you need to recognize that as well. So much so that two of them agreed to disagree and went their separate ways. I want you to think about that. And it's the old saints used to say, when you go to put your mouth on somebody, that means when you go to talk about people. I don't want. See, some folks just go literal on everything. There's some figurative speech in there as well. So, CC may not be your cup of tea, but that doesn't mean she has a place in the king. She doesn't have a place in the kingdom. That doesn't mean she is of lesser value. That does not mean, I want to say, even if she did endorse Trump, you guys know how I feel about Donald J. Even if she did endorse him, does that invalidate all of who she is? Because there's been some things in our lives that people have called us, I want to say naive, but that's not what they called us. They called us stupid about. There have been people in our lives that people said we were stupid over. I know I'm guilty of it. Does it make it less than? You know, we all have our paths to walk and our lessons to learn and our blessings to receive. Amen.